got a question, we'll bring a microphone around.
Maurice Hurt, Baldwin alum, two-time national championship in Florida. You, Georgia, Baldwin alum, two-time national champion. Is there any, kind of contact between y'all?
Oh, yeah.
But this week?
Yeah, Maurice is my boy. Maurice, he was actually my coach, one of my coaches my senior year of high school. He came back, man. So we definitely stayed in contact. Love to talk to him. It's a little hate here and there probably this week going on, but still my guy at the end of the day. Love him.
I was watching your Players Lounge interview there or the thing that you and Jackson East did. You talked about the bye week, chance to rest up, dinged and bruised up. How good was that for you to kind of have those, few days to get treatment without getting torn back down again?
Oh, it was huge. It was huge, man. Like I said, half the battle is staying healthy here. So we practice hard, and that just comes with it. I don't know nobody that plays football that didn't get banged up at some point. So like I said, it was huge. It was huge for us on the recovery level. So now we just got to dial back in on the physicality and prepare for this week.
To your left, two things. One, what did you get Cedric Van Pran for his birthday, which is today? And two, what makes this Georgia-Florida rivalry so great in your eyes?
I ain't gonna be real. I ain't give my boy Sid nothing for his birthday, but love and passion for shout out to Sid, man. But this is old-fashioned hate. Georgia versus Florida. I mean, one of the biggest rivalries ever. It's gonna continue to be that way. It was that way before I got here. It's gonna continue to be that way after I leave. If this game doesn't get you amped up to play football, I don't know what game will. So, like I said, it's special. We got a lot of Florida guys on our team, so I know it's special for them as well, man. So, and me being a Georgia boy is damn sure special for me. So, like I said, we got to do whatever we can to come up with a victory.
Yeah, Javon over here. I can't remember which game it was you came back full in, maybe Auburn. At what point in the season did you feel like yourself, or do you feel like yourself now after that?
Right now, I'm ready to go, man. So last year, I came back Auburn. Really just, it was more so mental last year than anything. But now, this year is more so physically. I've been banged up pretty good, but I feel like I'm back. Coaches think I'm back, so I'm just ready. I'm ready to attack.
You got two quarterbacks here playing really, really well, and a good running game. You just talk about the challenge you face, and specifically as a safety, having to be involved in the run game and pass defense.
Those guys do a great job of making splash plays, and I say that because they complement each other very well. They're running backs. Those guys are very great backs. One of the best in the SEC. One of the best running backs that will play all throughout the season. And Johnson and Etienne. So we got to do our best to contain those guys. We pride ourselves in stopping the run, so that's something that we have to do this week in order to be victorious. And the quarterback's been playing at a very high level. The guy Mercer's completing like 76% of his passes. That's crazy if if you watch football for real. So like I said, we got to do our best to slow him down and really just dial in on the things that we didn't do early on in the season, make sure we fix those mistakes.
Javon, kind of following up on that, what stands out to you about Florida's passing game and what they bring to the table?
They got a lot of playmakers, man. They got a lot of playmakers. Crafty guy, Wilson, he's been banged up pretty good, but I think we'll see him this week. Pearsall's been lighting it up, man. Guy had a hell of a catch I think it was a couple weeks ago, man. So, guy's always been a great route runner. I played him last year. Always was a great route runner, so I have a lot of respect for him. And we just got to dial in and get those guys on the ground, make plays when the ball's in there.
You mentioned the Georgia guy. What's your earliest Georgia-Florida memory?
I'm not gonna lie. Really, the one I remember is when we lost. That's the one I remember the most. That sticks in our head, and I know that's why. Me personally, I wasn't here yet, but when I did come, that was one of the weeks where it was probably the most physical practice I've ever seen in my life. Those guys took a lot of pride in playing these guys, and it's special, and it means a lot to this organization, and it means a lot to me. So, like I said, we just got to dial in and do whatever we have to do to get this W.
Yeah, what are Oscar Delp's strengths, and what does he bring to this team?
The guy's been under Brock Bowers' wing, so anytime you're you know what I'm saying, kind of shadow on a guy like that, you have no choice but to become, you know what I'm saying, a good player. But that was a great player, man. That was a great player. He blocks well. He does a lot of things that goes unseen, probably because it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. But has great hands, a good route runner, uses his body to make plays. He's a big guy, has a big frame, nice catch radius, and I'm excited for him, to be honest with you. I mean, what an opportunity for him this year. I mean, it's coming up game.
Javon, you're part of a team that has the longest winning streak in the program history, and tough games coming up. How much, is there stress with that when you go to a game day, when that you're kind of carrying that thing with you?
Not at all. I don't even know what win streak we on. We're trying to win every game, so it really doesn't matter. We go into every game with the same mindset. Doesn't really matter how many games we won, how many games we lost. We try to go in there and win every game. That's our motto. Do whatever we can to get the victory.
Javon, with so many coaches and staff members in this program with Georgia Baptist, I'll just start with Coach Mark. Can y'all sense during practice of Georgia-Florida week how much more maybe this means to them? Are there any examples that you see them getting even more intense than normal?
I mean, this is an SEC East opponent. We take pride in the East, man. We on the East. That's one of our things that we talk about before the year starts, man. We have to dominate the East, man. And Florida's in the East. So, and Coach Smart, the guy played here. So it matters to him. This organization matters to him. This university matters to him. So seeing the passion, the energy that he brings to practice gets us, all excited to play. And man, like I said, if this game alone doesn't get you amped up, ready to play, then you're in the wrong place.
No questions for Javon?
Yeah, Javon, over here to your right. I don't quite remember, but I think Georgia was probably one of the bigger schools that recruited you out of Brunswick. What did Georgia identify in you think in high school to have brought you in and offered you like that?
Really, man, just playing for my state. It means a lot to me to play for my state. I'm not really sure, what they probably seen in me. I just tried to play every game like it was my last, and I'm gonna continue to do so. But it meant a lot to me to play for my state, man. It meant a lot to me for me to see my family be able to see me play. I'm a Georgia boy, so I ain't want to be too far from home. So that was really it for me, man. Just being dialed in and be able to play for my state was huge for me.
Final question for Javon? Okay, Javon, thank you.
Thanks, Javon.